Hey guys, and welcome to the basement. I'm in my den, and I'm doing the Helen of Toy video. I had done the Helen of Toy video for these Revolutionary War soldiers back in 2022, and the only thing I could find on the Helen of Toys was that in 1947, Herbert and Harold Rosenberg created the Rosenberg Toy Company, RTC. So they made flat soldiers. They made all the soldiers that you found in the back of the comic books. So you get all those ads. And they would go on to change their name to Giant Plastics. And then they built a company in Hong Kong. Not a company, I'm sorry, a factory in Hong Kong. So in the 1960s, they ended up doing a lot of 1/72 HO scale rounds instead of the flats. And they ended up changing their name again to ARCO. But that's the most I could find on the history of that company. So I'm going to go into what we have here. Now, during the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Helen of Toy would do these advertisements in the back of comic books. And they had all kinds of neat stuff. We're going to go through. So the Revolutionary War one, you got 204 soldiers, and you got 36 dragoons, which I didn't set them up because they keep falling over, so I gave up. But you got cavalry here. So they were molded in blue and red, blue being the Continental, red being the Brits. And so you got 36 dragoons of cavalrymen, you got 12 shooting infantrymen standing, you got 12 marching infantrymen, you got 12 crouching, which I'm assuming is the kneeling shooting, and then you got 12 fifers, bandsmen, so you got drummers and flute players. You got 12 sharpshooters, which I believe are these little skinny guys, but I end up using them for these guys right here. So I ended up using them as setting off the cannon. You got 12 cannon loaders, 12 field cannons, which are pretty cool. They're not too bad. You got 12 drummers, 12 Minutemen, and 24 Mohawk Indians. There's your Indians right there. And you got 12 Hessians, which are right there. And then you got your officer. You got 12 officers. So that was these guys right here. That was your Revolutionary War set. So that was that. So now we go into, you had the Romans, and the only thing I have of the Romans are these chariots, and that's it. I don't have anything else for the Romans. So sadly, you got 2 complete armies, and you got 4 working catapults with 16 pieces of ammunition, harmless ammunition for the catapult. You got 24 foot soldiers, 4 buglers, 4 chariots with drivers, 16 slingers, 16 archers, 16 spearmen, 4 cavalrymen with banners, 24 cavalrymen with spears and armor, and 4 generals mounted. I have yet to see these guys. I do have 3 chariots. That's all I got for that. They're actually pretty cool. I'd like to see what the Roman army looks like. So we have that. These are all Airfix guys down here. So then we have the Wood's Edge right here and fighting ships. So the Wood Edge, so I finally managed to grab them. And they are small HO scale knockoffs of Mark's Germans, Mark's World War II Germans, which is pretty cool. And then you've got, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're either Mark's or they're monogram knockoffs. And these are also HO, 1/72 scale, which is pretty cool. Now, these LSTs, I'm pretty sure they're toys of Helen Helen of Toys, and those tanks are too. Now in Tank Trap, which they have right here, I don't have any of the tanks. I think I got rid of the few that I had, and then I've got just this right here, and basically this tank here, two pieces of gray and green, they would connect together with a rubber band, and then you would snap the rubber band off it and it would blow up, and that was your exploding tank right there. So that's it right there. There's your tank from Tank Trap. And so that would be it right there. Now there are some of these. There's somebody's looking. Well, I just got offered $400 for tank Woods Edge, and then there's some tanks on eBay selling right now for $79. There's about 12 of them. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And then we got these right here. These Helen of Toy, and they're actually pretty neat. They're kind of cheap, but I mean, yeah, they have a lot to be desired, but they're pretty cool. I mean, in and of itself, right? The LSTs are really nice. You got two gunners, and you got the operator right there. So that's the Woods Edge game, and you got 88 fighting men in a 3D unbreakable plastic, a huge battlefield, a complete town with buildings and roads leading to the wood, leading from the Woods Edge to its heart. You get a combat calculator to determine troop casualties, troop casualties, advances and retreats, and simple directions for commanders from 8 to 10. Doesn't tell you what you get, but that's it right there. So that's the Woods Edge. Then you had Task Force, Tank Trap. You got 64 combat men, headquarters commander, 25 tank mines, six exploding tanks, huge battlefield, 2 tank barriers, and simple directions. And then you got this. This doesn't look too bad. Gold Crown. That didn't look too bad. I seen that on the eBay too. So then, what else we got? So we slide over here, and Jimmy, I think you'd be interested in this one. We've got Cannonball. This game is dedicated to the fighting heroes of Chickamauga. Blue and the gray, complete game. And I do have these little guys right here. So I got 4 cannons with caissons. Got a wagon. I've got some Union guys. I got some Confederates right there. Some cavalry right there. And here we are again. These are knockoffs from Marx's 1/32 or 54 millimeter figures. So that is pretty neat. And then this one here, you got a giant 3-foot square plastic battlefield in color depicting Chickamauga, the River of Death. Let's see, you got 1 huge realistic Confederate stockade fort, 4 stockade gates, 1 huge realistic Union stockade fort, 4 sheltered observation towers, 6 field cannons, 12 spoked wheels, 2 armies of 64 troops in blue and gray, fully equipped and in all battle positions, 25 red TNT boxes. You get a fort commander, 6 exploding bridges, and simple directions. So that was what you got with the Cannonball, Blue and Gray, the Battle of Chickamauga. All right. Last but not least, we've got your 100-piece toy soldier set made of durable plastic, each with its own base, packed in this pasteboard Foot Locker toy storage box. Look at that, a Foot Locker. Dimensions are 6.5 inches by 3 inches by 2 3/8. And in this you got 4 tanks, 4 jeeps, 4 battleships, 4 cruisers, 4 sailors, 4 riflemen, 8 machine gunners, 8 sharpshooters, 4 infantrymen, 8 officers, 8 waves, 8 whacks, 4 bombers, 4 trucks, 8 jet planes, 8 cannon, 4 bazooka men, and 4 marksmen. Yeah. And let's take a gander at that. So here we go. We got 1, and we've got 2 giant footlockers holding 100 pieces of combat wonderfulness. You got a picture of what you're going to get right there. Yep. You get excited. Then you open it up. And here they is. Yep, there they are. Flats. I mean, they're pretty cool for what they are, but I don't think people were too enthused when they ended up getting this box of flats. So here's you guys right there. Bombers aren't too bad, but I don't think they figured out what they wanted to do. Whether they're going to be World War II, modern day stuff, or what. There's your Jeep. There's a Jeep. Look at the Jeep. There you go. There's your Jeep. Woohoo! Wow, how about that, huh? You got a machine gunner. Look at this machine gunner. Strikes fear in the heart of your enemy. Look at that. Yes. What else we got in here? Come on, I was funny. Oh, there's an artillery piece. Yeah, buddy. Yep. That 155's gonna do some damage, baby, I'm telling you. Then we have what we've all been waiting for. The tank. That's pretty neat, huh? Look at that. Striking fear in the heart of every paperclip it runs into. Yes, sirree. So that was your, right there. That's what it was. How about that, huh? Yes. Gotta love it. So, that's what we're looking at, guys. We've got our Civil War. We've got our Footlocker 100-piece soldier. We've got Wood's Edge or Tank Trap and some other stuff. And we've got Revolutionary War. We've got our Romans. Yeah, we got these Helen of Toys here too with these planes, which are pretty cool. Ah, look, it's an ankle. Yep. And we got a Stuka. Look how big the Stuka is. That Stuka is huge. Look at the ankle. Ankle's small and the Stuka's huge. We got a Zero. A smaller Zero. And we got, wow, lots of Japanese planes in there. And we've got a jet. What is that? They're marked. This is a mystery. And it's made by France. It's a French jet. Not too bad. And we have whatever this is. The Royal Canadian Air Force jet. What is that one? That is something. What is that? I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. Oh, well. So that's what we got, guys. And I got some weird cowboy stuff here. I know they came out with a cowboy set, but wasn't too interested in it. No, I don't know where they came from. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like these guys. These guys are pretty cool. They're all right. Yes, they is. All right. All right, guys. You take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. It's a crazy world out there, and it's getting crazier. Yes, sir, Bob. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Ciao.